This is a calm Italian bedtime story. Let your eyes close and simply listen. Night arrives at the lake without announcement. There is no moment you can point to and say, "Now it has begun." The light simply thins, colors soften, and the surface of the water changes first, becoming darker, deeper, more reflective. You are walking along a narrow path near the shore. The ground beneath your feet is firm but uneven, shaped by years of footsteps and weather. Small stones press gently through the soles of your shoes, reminding you to stay present, to stay slow. The lake stretches beside you, wide and calm. It does not move much tonight. It breathes. Each small ripple reaches the shore quietly, pauses, then slips back into the larger body of water, as if the lake itself is practicing rest. You stop for a moment and listen. There is no city noise here, no engines, no distant voices, only the soft meeting of water and land, repeated again and again, steady and reassuring. The air is cool but gentle. It carries the faint scent of water, grass, and distant trees. It feels clean, as if it has traveled a long way before reaching you. You continue walking. The path curves slightly, following the natural line of the shore. On one side, the lake opens outward into darkness. On the other, tall grasses and low bushes rest quietly, their shapes softened by night. Above you, the sky has settled into a deep blue, layered with thin clouds that drift slowly, almost imperceptibly. The clouds do not rush. They seem content to move only as much as they must. A few lights glow in the distance, not close, not intrusive, just small reflections from houses far across the water. They shimmer faintly, stretched and broken by the surface of the lake. You watch them for a moment. They remind you that even when things are far away, they can still be gentle. You walk until the path widens slightly and becomes smoother. Here, the ground is more even, and your steps grow quieter. The sound of your movement blends into the night instead of standing apart from it. You slow down without deciding to. The lake seems to invite that pace. A wooden bench appears ahead, positioned carefully near the water's edge. It faces outward, toward the open surface, not toward anything demanding. You sit. The bench is cool beneath you, solid and steady. It holds your weight without shifting. From here, the lake feels closer, more present. You can see the subtle movement of water more clearly, the way it catches and releases light. You breathe in slowly. The air enters your chest easily, without resistance. It feels like there is more room to breathe here. As you exhale, your shoulders lower slightly. You notice small sounds now. A faint rustle in the grass behind you. A distant bird settling somewhere unseen. The quiet creak of wood as the bench adjusts under your weight. Nothing sharp, nothing sudden, just life continuing softly. The narrator's voice might remind you that Italian lakes have always been places of pause, not crossroads, not centers of urgency, but edges, places where land meets water, and both decide to slow down. Tonight, that pause belongs to you. You remain seated for a while, watching the surface of the lake. The reflections shift gently, never forming a perfect image, never breaking completely. They exist in a state between clarity and softness. Your thoughts begin to do the same. They lose their sharp outlines. They stop pressing forward. They float. When you stand again, your movements are slower, more deliberate. You return to the path and continue walking, following the shoreline as it curves gently into shadow. The trees become more frequent here. Their branches reach outward, framing sections of the lake like quiet windows. Leaves move softly above you, not stirred by strong wind, but by a steady, patient breeze. The breeze brushes against your face and passes on. It does not linger. It does not demand attention. It simply reminds you that you are here. You walk until you reach a small wooden dock extending into the water. It is narrow, simple, worn smooth by time. The wood creaks faintly beneath your steps as you move toward the end. You stop there. From this position, the lake surrounds you on three sides. The water feels larger, deeper. The reflections stretch longer, thinner, like lines drawn slowly across the surface. You look down. The lake does not mirror you clearly. It offers only a softened suggestion of your presence. That feels right. You are not here to be defined. You are here to rest. The sound of the water changes slightly near the dock. The ripples meet the wood and respond with a gentle, hollow echo. It repeats softly, a sound that feels almost rhythmic, almost like breathing. In, out. You breathe along with it. Time begins to feel different, not slower exactly, less structured. Minutes stretch without pressure. Seconds lose importance. The lake does not measure time. It simply exists within it. You turn your gaze outward again. Across the water, the far shore is barely visible now. Trees blend into shadow. Hills become silhouettes. The world feels wider and simpler at the same time. A cloud drifts across the moon, dimming the light briefly. The lake darkens, then slowly brightens again as the cloud passes. The change is subtle, gentle. You step back from the edge of the dock and return to the path, continuing your walk along the shore. The path now leads slightly upward, away from the water, offering a different perspective. From here, the lake feels quieter, more contained. The sounds soften further. The breeze becomes lighter. You pass a small stone wall, low and uneven, marking the edge between path and slope. Moss grows along its surface, dark and still. You rest your hand on the stone briefly. It is cool, solid, unmoved by the night. The feeling grounds you. You continue walking until you reach a clearing where the path opens and the trees thin. Here, the sky feels closer, more expansive. Stars appear more clearly now, scattered softly rather than sharply. You stop again. Standing still feels natural. The narrator might say that nights like this do not ask anything from you. They do not require reflection or meaning. They simply offer space. You accept it. Your breathing slows further. Each inhale feels complete. Each exhale feels like release. When you begin walking again, it is toward a small structure near the shore. A simple lakeside cabin, closed for the night. Its windows are dark, but the outline feels familiar, reassuring. You do not go inside, you simply pass by, knowing it is there. The path leads you gently away from the water now, guiding you toward a place where the night can end. As you walk, the sound of the lake fades slightly, but it does not disappear. It stays with you, distant but present, like a steady memory. You reach a doorway. Inside, the air is warmer, still. You step in and close the door softly behind you. The lake remains outside, breathing quietly under the sky. The water continues its gentle movement. The reflections drift. The shore holds its shape. Inside, your body settles. Your hands relax. Your shoulders drop. Your breath becomes deep and even. The lake does not follow you inside, but its calm does. It stays with you as a feeling, wide, steady, unrushed. Tonight, you are safe. Tonight, nothing needs to be solved. Tonight, sleep can arrive like water, returning to shore, softly, naturally, again and again. More Italian bedtime stories coming very soon. If you enjoyed this moment of calm, subscribe and like the video for more gentle storytelling.